technology. You got to love it, right?
Love it.
I always love it. There we go. Finally. So, man, I apologize for that. Nothing ever wants to work right anymore.
I'm bad at technology too.
Yeah.
No, we're all good.
All right, so we're back, and to everybody out there, we apologize.
Yeah.
For some reason, my streaming software decided that it just wanted to close because my computer has gremlins, and that's just the way it is. But we were talking about Billy Ray Daniels and Heather Blue and ABZ. I apologize to you because this is now the third time that you have had to do this, and I deserve a smack in the face or something, I guess.
No, none of that. Maybe a Starbucks cup to the head, but we'll
okay,
be all right.
All right, I'll take that.
All right. So for Heather, I said good use of the ladder in the background in the setting. I thought that was good. You swore, but not too much. You only did it twice. You did it a little early, but I like the edginess. It works with your character. Try to find where if you're going to swear, find out where it is and make it mean a lot when you're going to do it, especially if you're only going to do it a couple times. Like find where it's going to happen. Use that for accent. You put over your opponent's vet card while still being a rookie, which is important, especially his like experience in ladder matches, which we'll get to. I put try to change tone to create levels and layers to the promo, especially when talking about blood and guts and the physicality of the match itself. I wanted to see the intensity go up there, right there. You're very articulate. Bring the intensity when you're going there, and you can always bring it right back down. Bring it up, bring it down, bring it up. Take me on an emotional journey throughout this. And overall was very good. I put that she's growing. You're growing. You're taking the advice. Good use of your hands this time. Try to explore the character a little bit more. We want to know more about who Heather Blue is. Outside of, you're a rookie. We get that. Like, who is Heather Blue, the character? How does she say things? How does she do things? How does she feel? We got how you feel in the moments. And that was good. But again, bring it up. Overall, it's very, very good. I liked this promo. It was a very sound promo. BRD stumbled a little bit and it was a little bit bland. I liked that you brought up your experience in ladder matches, and that's kind of your specialty and you're really good at it. I wanted to see that physically at that point because you have the footage of that. So I want to see that spliced in there. I didn't like the background on this one. It felt rushed. It looked like it was just like, okay, here we go. Let's just do this. Let's one take it and call it a day. As where Heather put a lot more effort into it. And so I did give Heather Blue the win here. 31-25.
All right. I don't want to say I'm surprised here, right? Heather Blue, over what Billy Ray put out, I expected that. However, Billy Ray kissed it, kept it simple, stupid. Like, that was it, nailed it. You had it all there. Your context was there. You talked about everything you needed to talk about. Your emotion was Billy Ray emotion. And the only reason I'm saying that is because that's Billy Ray's emotion, right? Your character is there. You have the bottle of alcohol. You're ready to go. Creativity kind of sucked a little bit. It was just like you said, I wanted to see more of the Billy Ray that has been in ladder matches and has done something. I wanted to see a little bit more of that, right? Heather Blue, no more Ricky Bobby in it. I appreciate that. The hands were put to use. It was wonderful. You started off way stronger than you ended. And I think that's what AVZ was talking about. You started off strong, but you monotoned it all the way across. We need more of that emotion. You referenced your opponent as the vet and all that stuff. We talked about that. You did great with that. Here's something that we haven't talked about, and there are two people in this that do this really well. At the end, you put your hashtag relentless. You and Davison Sarai have done that, both videos so far. You are putting your brand on your videos. Other people are putting their brands on their videos, but those two, the way they do it at the end, it's like, oh, hashtag relentless. Anytime I talk about Heather Blue, this is what I'm doing. But once again, we need more of who Heather Blue is as a character. I get you're relentless, but I need more of who you are and why you're so relentless and why you're going to do what you're going to do. Billy Ray, you lost it on the creativity, man. And that, I hate to say it, man, that sound thing that happened, it happened. We're having technology issues. It happens. Keep it coming, man. But Heather Blue, you took this one.
Yeah, so Heather Blue it is. Moving on. Well, not moving on, but so that would mean she is 1-1 and he is 0-2. And last but not least, we have Jamie.
The victims of circumstance.
Yes.
Right.
Oh, sorry.
Yes. It's okay. It happens. Life goes on. It's the name of the game. That is how it works sometimes. It was supposed to be at FU, but there was 17,000 matches. And how many matches were there really?
There were 17.
There was
17 bangers.
17 bangers.
Top to bottom, 17 bangers.
So, yeah, with Indie Idol didn't happen, and it's understandable, and it is what it is. Life goes on, but we're gonna do it here now. Both these guys got a little extra time because, of course, they were scheduled to do their promos live Friday, and they weren't able to. They got their promos in by Sunday, which was good, and I wasn't able to watch this promo until today, but I watched all the rest of them the other day. This is always hard for me because of Josh. I will say this though, I took a step back and was like, all right, let me look at this from just somebody that doesn't know anything, right? I will say,
is it hard because you have a bias to Josh?
Yeah, a little bit.
Or is it hard because you didn't want Josh in this contest?
Yeah,
so which one is it?
You're backing me into the corner here, man.
I'm going to put you in the corner. Is it a bias or is it because you didn't want him in the contest?
It's a bias a little bit because I want to score him well,
right.
But then now I'm not going to score him well because I don't want people to think that I am scoring him well. Does that make sense?
Score him how you would score anybody else.
Right. Well, so I will say that he is good with him not being a trained wrestler. He's good at coming up with ways to win the match when in the promo, talking about this is what I'm going to do. And it makes sense, right? To a certain extent. This one, he went a little bit different. And I just on the, I scored this really close. I scored this one 30-29 with Jamie Eternal taking the win by point. And he takes it in the creativity and the character for me.
Yeah.
Jamie does.
Yeah. By 1 point. By 1 point.
Okay.
I would have liked to see this live. You know, of course, they were both under time constraints. So that's rough. You know, you only have like a day to kind of get this done. So, you know, that is what it is. I'm going to start with Jamie Eternal. So great character work as always, great emotion as always. We need to see more with the ladder. The ladder really wasn't a big part of it. You talked about it like kind of almost in passing. And this was a Jamie Eternal promo. This was a paint by numbers Jamie Eternal promo. This is what we've seen. And I understand that, like, yeah, you can't throw all the visual effects and all the craziness in on this one, especially when you were planning on cutting it live. So, you know, that's all going to be a factor here as far as like, you know, I'm not going to kill you on like not using it here because that's understandable.
Right.
Going forward, we want to see a little bit more of that. But overall, like if this was done live, like great promo, got the character over, all the emotion, we understand who you are. Happy Harper, you went ahead and said exactly what Jamie Eternal was going to do, and he did it. You know, but I liked that it was like, you know, okay, you're the Joker, so here's, you know, I'm Thor now. It's like I was like Thor and the Joker are from different universes. You know, it's maybe you're Batman or something like that. You know, I did like the Thor thing, but you didn't really tie it into the ladder enough for me. You did show the ladder. That was good. I didn't really feel like I understood your character at all with this one. You threw the ice cream bit in at the end, but it's like, let's see more of that. It was very funny. I thought it was funny. Something, and here's a rule that you might not know, and something that I kind of want to put in here. I thought it was clever at how you talked about how wrestlers climbing the ladder, it's like, oh, I don't know, each rung, like it's got to go real slow up the ladder. But the other thing with that is you have to be careful because you don't want, like, that's done for a reason. You know, like people who climb the ladder slow is so that like we can get to the next spot. Like not everyone climbs the ladder slow, and you'll notice that in like ladder matches. Like it's not always like that. Like at some point the heel is going to scamper up the ladder and try to like be an opportunist. So like try not to maybe take the piss on wrestling itself when you're doing that, because it's like we get that it's meta and it's like funny, but like if you're a fan who like maybe hasn't seen too much wrestling or hasn't seen that yet, they're not really going to get that, and maybe they're like, what you're putting over that it's fake. Like I like that kind of, I don't really like that too much, but I understand that it's funny. I feel like that would be funny, you know, for the boys, but not funny in the context of like this promo. But realistically, I just didn't really feel like you got your character over here. It was kind of all over the place again. But it was very funny. And you did use the ladder pretty well in this. I did go with Jamie Eternal. And it was 32 to 27.
All right. So, Jamie Eternal, Josh Harper, if you guys did these live, which you should have, you were supposed to, Eternal would have won it. Video, what we did, everything, Harper won it from me. So I don't know how to rank this right now. And I want to talk to the two of you about this. They were both victims of circumstance.
Right.
I have multiple scores. I didn't earlier, but more and more I look at this, I have multiple scores for both of them. Do we rate this as a video promo, or do we, because they only had 1 to 2 days to get this in, or do we give them how well this would have adapted to a live promo that they were supposed to do?
You asked such good questions.
So with that being said, if you tell me live promo, Jamie Eternal takes it again, hands down. He said what he said. He's believable. I believe he is going to chop Josh Harper up. He's not going to even give him a chance to get up that ladder because Josh Harper is a ice cream man. He is not a pro wrestler. Now, Harper, if you were in a live shot with us, this wouldn't have went over. You wouldn't have been able to have done this on Friday. You wouldn't have been able to have done this. So this, in my opinion, this worked to your advantage as a video. I believed your character because I put you in Indie Idol the same that I would put right now Johnny Knoxville in the WWE.
Yeah.
Being said of that is, yes, you're making a mockery of it. People want to see you get your ass whooped because you're making a mockery of it. And then if it happens to where you win, it's going to be all comedy and fun, and everyone's going to enjoy it. That match at WrestleMania was one of the most entertaining matches I have seen.
Yes.
And honestly, if we did this with you, Harper, you'd be in an amazingly entertaining match. I guarantee it.
Oh, yeah.
So how do I rate this? And I'm asking the two of you, how do I rate this?
I know for a fact, because I know Josh. Josh changed his entire promo just to do it for a video.
Okay.
And that's understandable. Okay. So I don't know how to rate this. And I was thinking about this. I probably should have consulted the two of you before I started doing this, but
right.
You know, like if you really think about it on video, they both had characters. They both did great. Also, the spinny top on the VW Bug behind him, I don't know why, but it was cracking me up the whole time. I'm like, that's obviously his car, right? Harper's could have been flipped to either the second person or the first person, whoever started the feud. Jamie's was, Harper, I am going to kill you because you are not a wrestler. That's what it was. Yeah, I don't know, guys. This is hard for me right now because I want to be able to put somebody to win, but at the same time, I think they both deserve a tie all around the board because I don't think either one of them should take a loss on this because of the situation.
That's fair.
So
unless you both think that like live and on video, they both Jamie Eternal won live and on video. Like, how do you feel?
What do you think?
Oh, it's so close. So okay.
I only gave it to Eternal by 1 point. So I kind of agree with him. If that's what we're going to do, we all have to agree though.
So the thing I have to say about it was the things that I didn't like about it were about Harper's promo probably wouldn't have been a problem if he did do it live.
Right.
Also, it's one of those things where it's like, had he done that at FU, that would have been absolutely hilarious because it's that kind of a show. It's like it's a show for that kind of thing. It can be meta. It is a show for like the more into it fans. Now, if you were to cut that show at like a more family show with more casual fans, I think I think you would have gotten yelled at by the owner.
Oh well, yeah.
You would have got yelled at by the owner. But they might not have you back. But I like again, like in the context of like a Johnny Knoxville type match, like that whole match was a giant piss take. Like that was fine. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So, man, like I did give Jamie Chernow like quite a few on this one, but like at the same point, like it's fair. Like knowing that like Harper's promo would have been completely different if it was live. Maybe a tie is like I can see that. Yeah.
So do you agree?
Yeah, I agree.
You agree? I agree. So they both get a win, right? Or do they
get both get a win, or they both get a tie?
They both get a tie.
Both get a tie. So they're both 1-0.
0-1.
Yep. All right. Cool. It's not a loss. It's not a win, but it's deserved because you both. The circumstances really played a part, and we tried. I did everything I could to make that happen, but.
It is what
it is. It is what it is. If it weren't pouring rain outside too, it probably would have happened differently too. So
of course.
So just a quick review, so everybody knows. And so Road Rash defeats Jeremiah Goldmain. Josh Morris defeats Forever Young. Mark Ross defeats TJ Meyer. Davison Sarai defeats Solomon Stone. Tony Garrix defeats Fletch Malone. Mongo defeats Alex Steele. Heather Blue defeats Billy Ray. And Josh and Jamie Eternal tie.
There it is.
Our first tie ever in Indie Idol. Ever.
Has to happen.
Ever. Okay. Well, so the new matches will be out probably tomorrow.
Awesome.
So awesome sauce. So thank you, everybody.
One more time. No, it's not a question. It's just that like I want to say like don't everyone who we gave critiques to, it's again, promos are art is subjective. We all like our own stuff, and context is key as far as like, sometimes a promo that would have been good live or promos here, it's all subjective. Thank you so much for doing it. It's putting yourself 100%. Out there is really tough. So really cool that you're doing this. Mm-hmm. Everyone deserves all kinds of points for just being willing to put themselves out there and grow and prove themselves. So I wanted to say that also.
Yeah, it's nothing
I love
personal.
All you guys. Thank you so much.
Man, we just want to see you do better, dude. That's it. Really, that's everybody. Sure. So again, thank you to you two for doing this today. Thank you to all of you out there watching live or watching later or whatever you're doing. Make sure you smash the thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, and make sure you hit that bell so that you can be notified when shit like this happens again, right? So look for all of the promos down in the description. There are links to those so you can watch them yourself. And then you look for upcoming matches very, very soon. So thank you to everybody and have yourself a great day. We will see you back here tomorrow for MI-Dub right here on the Rasslin Rage YouTube channel, r2youtube.com, the letter R, the number 2, youtube.com. You guys have a great one. We are out of here. Peace.
This is Rasslin Rage. Do it now. This is Rasslin Rage.